Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Pradeep from Armwrestling News and East versus West Super Heavyweight main event title match. Jerry Cadorette will be defending his title, he will be defending his shield, and he will be defending his helmet against the current WAF champion Georgi Tsvetkov. So that is a big deal. Not many people are talking about this match, but let me tell you, this is important. Is there a difference, as Photowin is saying that 3-0 Jerry? Is there a difference between a professional champion and an amateur champion? Because Jerry Cadret for now is the professional champion of the world. Yes, Levan is the ultimate king, but Jerry is the East versus West champion for now. And Georgi Swetkov has won the WAF 2022 Antalya. He beat the previous champion Arif Artem from Turkey in his own country. That is a big deal. It wasn't a clean sweep win, but he wasn't in big trouble either, trying to win the WAF championship. And he won. So, can the amateur champion beat the professional champion? For sure, this match is going to be a long match. I don't see it ending fast either way. It will be a war. This thing is for sure. But I do have one favorite. I do have one favorite in this match. Who that is, we're going to discuss. Arm Wrestling Television, welcome brother. Shivansh Bajpai with a bicep flex. Jerry will probably win. Linky Slinky number 1. Dragon Ball outfit today. I don't know what that is. Photoween. It's kind of cold here, like maybe 10 degrees Celsius, around that temperature. So I had to wear something of. Photowin is what's that to laugh about? Jerry is the favorite, but if Georgi has a good plan and know what to do, I think Georgi has a chance. I think everyone knows what to do against Jerry until you are tied up with him in a strap. Then it becomes a difficult situation because you know if you're going just top roll, just pronation without cupping, you're in a big trouble. You're in a big trouble. You need tremendous side pressure, these hits. Like you cannot add slow, constant pressure to bring Jerry over to your side. You have to have these hits like Gennady Krikvinia was able to do a couple of times, but that was not enough. I knew you didn't know XD. Dragon Ball outfit, yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so prediction. Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. It's around midnight here, 3 minutes past midnight, but I thought I should do a live stream about this match. I've done live stream about John versus Irakli and Michael versus Ongarbayev. This is the third big match. Who wins? Is it? No, I'll keep Jerry on number 2 because whatever option, if you're 50-50, then most people, if whatever option they see first, they're gonna vote on that. So Georgi versus Jerry. Any Bulgarian here? Georgi is the correct pronunciation, I guess. Alright. How long has Georgi pulled for? I think he's been arm wrestling for, he's 34 years old and more than 10 years or more, about 15 years. That would be my guess. I watched the interview on Engin's podcast and I also edited a clip out of it for Engin's East versus West channel. But that was some time ago, almost a week ago. I think he said somewhere around that 14-15 years range. Tough day for Georgi. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, Neil Hans is saying, did you see the video on True Power? They just uploaded Zaur lifting 100 kg. I'm yet to watch it, brother. I am yet to watch it. Zaur talked about that video like a couple of weeks ago or maybe 10 days ago, but they're uploading it now. So that was, yeah, I'll have to check it out. So what exactly was the lift? Maybe I can check while I'm talking with you. If Jerry wins, or maybe I shouldn't because this video is not about Zaur. By the way, Zaur Pezulaev interview was already recorded about 24 hours ago and a clip is being edited. Hopefully it will be uploaded soon as this live stream ends, and the full interview will be uploaded tomorrow. So maybe 16, 17 hours from now. That should be a good time for uploading the whole interview. And I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it. That was about 90 minutes. So in those translations, there are three parts, like me speaking, then the translator translating in Russian, then Zaur speaking, then the translator translating back into English. So four parts. I'll keep it to three parts. I'll remove the part where the translator translates it to Zaur and Basil coach Vasil they call him, but his pronunciation is Basil. Great guy. Zaur Baisilayev. We'll watch it afterwards. If Jerry wins, who should be his next opponent? Hermes Gasparini rematch is still happening. Yes, I want that match. But probably that is not going to happen because when I interviewed Zaur, he did say that he will most probably face Hermes Gasparini at East versus West in April. So that is going to happen. If that happens, then Hermes versus Jerry cannot happen. I would say if that match doesn't happen, then Hermes versus Jerry, that is the most perfect match. No matter which match you want to see, Hermes versus Jerry is a war, and that is one of the most perfect matches out there. How long is Georgi? Okay, tough day for Georgi. Yes, he's a top roller, and so it is not impossible. As I said in my video, it is not impossible to top roll Jerry. It is something which is really difficult. That's for sure. But people have top rolled Jerry in the past. Gennady was able to do a couple of times, once in the straps and once outside of straps. So that is not a problem, like not an impossible task. Engin also said that Gennady's ability to top roll someone is not as good as Georgi's ability, because Georgi won a WAF championship based off one move, and that is a top roll. And he's big. He's bigger than Gennady, 170 kilos. Sometimes having a larger frame, a big frame, can be advantageous going up against Jerry. You can use that frame to knock Jerry off center. But if you're light, even though you have massive forearms, massive biceps, that is going to be a big trouble for you. You cannot go joint versus joint against Jerry. Someone needs to teach Zaur what pronation is. So what exactly was he doing in that lift? It's a back pressure pronation mixed with a belt. I also tried and I lifted 58 kilos knee hands. Wow. Amazing. Thank you. It's frustrating. Lage is saying, okay, what's frustrating? Jerry Rivas sounds cool. Jerry versus Rivas, yeah. I would have Jerry as the favorite in that match. Georgi 3-0 without problem. Yeah, I saw your comment on the video as well. Like, what are your reasons for that, brother? What are your reasons? And I know I've asked it a couple of times already. Like, how do I pronounce your name? Can you write it in English? The pronunciation, so I can address you properly. Douche hater. They call this pronation 100 kg absurd. He lift this through loop. Levan like this would do 120, I guess. But Zaur did challenge Levan to do 2 reps with his max weight, which is 100 kilos. Can he do that? Maybe, but let's see. Now is not the time to do those lifts. We don't know the level of Georgi. I wish he came out to be a threat to big dogs. Yeah, knowing the level is difficult because he had many close long matches in WAF. He was not the clear winner in 2021 as well. Before that, he has had some long matches. He won on fouls, and but he did beat Zaur once. He did beat Zaur once. I asked Zaur about that match in yesterday's interview, and Zaur gave some reason for that. You have to watch the interview. But that is a big deal. I know Zaur is not the same as he was last year, but he did beat Zaur on fouls, I think. Yeah, it was on fouls. He did put the brakes on Zaur. His name is Nenad. Nenad in English, okay? Nenad or Nenad as English guys would call it. We don't know the level of Georgi, yeah. So top roll, the only advantage that Georgi has in this match is he's a big guy, because he tends to separate from his body, and you cannot leave your arm there and go down like he uses to go. Like, he's right. He goes down trying to beat his opponents in a top roll position, and if he does that against Jerry, it is really difficult because top rolling Jerry is not enough. He constantly pushes towards you. He pushes towards you, and we have seen many times right in the center, right in front, and people have top rolled him, and they just run out of space. They cannot do anything. If they go sideways, their elbow goes back because Jerry is trying to push towards you as well. There is one moment right in the center. It is not on Jerry's offensive position, it is not on Jerry's defensive position, but there is a spot right in the center where if you take Jerry's hand and you stay here, Jerry is applying only back pressure. He's not going in that direction, he's going this direction. So if you try to go sideways, then your elbow is for sure going to come off. So that's why you cannot, like, if you can still protect your elbow by being behind it, but you cannot protect your elbow if you are leaning towards this direction, then Jerry will push you back. So going against Jerry this way can be a little bit easy, but ton of back pressure he applies and you run out of pad. Ryan SP was one of the biggest opponents, like since 2019 or 18, whatever it was. I think Ryan SP was the biggest opponent that Jerry faced before this match, and now Georgi is also a similar size, maybe a little bit bigger than SP, but Georgi's pure outside pressure is better than Gennadi's. Yes. Are you going to do an interview with of Georgi? Interesting. Who can translate? No, Georgi knows English. No, nobody needs to translate that. Yeah, maybe I will. A short 20-30 minute interview, like sometimes I do with Paul. What's your prediction in a possible match between Jerry and Hermes best of five? I would have Hermes Gasparini winning in an absolute war. 3-1 for Hermes. Are you training Pradeep tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to go for a table practice. This is probably going to be third table practice in almost a year. Yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow. Usually after this much gap, my arms start hurting immediately. This muscle which helps in hammer curl, I don't know what to call it. It gets tired immediately and I cannot do anything after that. So hopefully I do not gas out immediately after the first practice pull. Like, it's not like cardiovascular gas out, but muscles gas out immediately. Georgi's tongue game isn't enough to overpower Jerry's. I don't see what he's supposed to do in this match. What he's supposed to do, I don't think he can go in a hook with Jerry. He'll get blasted if he tries to do that. But try to do something like, no, he cannot do what Devon did in the first round. Devon was aggressive in the setup and he was immediately over the top of. So it was like a mixture of a top roll and a press. If you watch Jerry versus Devon 2018 first round, you cannot even tell whether it is a press or a top roll. He goes over his hand and he kind of gets behind his shoulder. A top roll and a press, a mixture. That's what he needs to do. He has the frame to do that. But can he get behind his shoulder? Is it possible for him? Maybe not. Maybe not. I want to see training, how Georgi trains. There is no video of him working out. Okay, we're gonna ask him about that when we interview him. What's your prediction in a possible match between Jerry and Hermes? Best of five, I already answered that. Maybe 3-1. Hermes. Georgi's tongue game. Okay, Hermes 3-1. Are you training? No, not really, but yeah, few workouts in last 3 weeks. Brachialis muscle, yeah. Flop press. Flop press. Georgi cannot do flop. Who does a flop press against Jerry? No one. Jerry does a flop press against everyone. Or is there some story behind this that I'm missing? Try to do Jerry's move, you will break your arm. Me? Tomorrow? Okay. Okay, I'll do. I can do flop press. But flop press for me is like having a battle with someone, then tiring him out, and then doing this flop press. Or any kind of press when both of us are exhausted. Only then I can access that. Otherwise, I'll break my arm. Everybody who knocked Jerry out of center can win him. Hermes for sure can do this. He's fast and he's super strong. East versus West pay-per-view is linked in the comments by Lagya. Thanks, brother. And it is also available in the description of the video. So you can check out from there as well. Views are going up, but subscriber numbers, the increase in subscribers is only about 500, less than 500 in 30 days. 1 month, only 500 subscribers gained. That is a bad number. So if by any chance 43 of you watching, if you have not subscribed, then please do so right now. Not you, Pradeep. Okay, I thought you want me to do. Okay, try to do Jerry's move, you'll break your arm. Not me. Then who? When Devon caught Jerry's press and brought it all the way, it was when he said that he almost blacked out. Yes, yes, it was that round, third round in that match. Devon said that he almost passed out trying to catch Jerry's press. I heard Georgi beat Zaur before. Is that true? Yes, we just discussed it about 5-10 minutes ago. It happened in a WAF tournament, and he beat him on fouls. So he stopped Zaur, and Zaur fouled twice. Sandres did flop press against Jerry in practice. Okay, I'm wrestling television. I wanted to ask you something about Krasimir Kostadinov. Is he natural now? He claims to be. He claims to be. I think I did ask him this question. Or maybe I didn't. We talked about it on the interview, I think. And he was natural back. I've heard he say he's natural, but back he was massive and don't look natty. I don't know, brother. I have never seen that many fake natty comments about anyone in arm wrestling as much as I've heard about Krasimir Kostadinov. I don't know what the reason for that is, but King Pradeep Jungwonli, thanks brother, thanks. Jerry King's move. No. Lagia, this is the true outcome. Jerry will King's move. What's up, Marty McFly? Who is that? Andreas is saying the subs will go up in few weeks at East versus West. Hopefully, hopefully. Jerry will do a flop press King's move and Hermes will flop press hook. Post some footage from your practice, Pradeep. Should I do that? I was thinking about it. Should I do that? Last time I think uploaded one practice footage and it got good reception, like 3-4 thousand views. And on the other Hindi channel as well, I think similar amount of views. I posted different clips on both channels and probably both of them combined got like 10,000 views, maybe a little bit less than that. That was a good number. I'll try. Let's see what we can do. Maybe shorts or stories, something I'll do. Someone was hating on Jerry's style, told them if they tried. Okay, okay, got it. Devon is still strongest in deep hook. He just chooses to gas opponent's hand before going inside, like he did with Prudnik. Perfect strategy. Prudnik panicked and kept busting his own hand back. You should post practice clips again. Okay, lots of interest here about practice. My practice. You want to see me get beat? I'm no one, and people beat me on the practice table all the time. I rarely get a chance where I can work on something. It is only when I'm strong enough myself to work on that. I rarely get those opportunities where the other guy is allowing me to work on something. Someone was hitting. Okay, I read it. The guy from Back to the Future, Marty. Okay, wears a jacket like that. I don't understand these references. Why does no one mention why Jerry is allowed to start without squared shoulders? Bro, I have mentioned this topic more than anyone else. Like the arm wrestling community has literally forgotten in super match format that they need to square the shoulders. Nobody does that these days. Nobody, at least in the super match format. Not only East versus West, King of the Table as well, and not only Jerry Cadorette. Anyone who tries to do that gets away with it. Benji Mac, I told Pradeep he looks like Dragon Ball Z character. Which character it was? Zaur want Dave Chaffee. I am big fan of Dave, but I don't think he will do good against Zaur. The moment when Zaur defeated Salaev in a flash, it shows how strong he is. For me, I asked Zaur about this question. I don't remember exactly what he answered. We'll see that tomorrow. But I asked Zaur and he did say, I think something. For me, Dave Chaffee is a difficult opponent for Zaur compared to Hermes, than Hermes. That's what I think. But yeah, I asked Zaur and he said that these are no match for me. Like, don't even talk about these opponents. They cannot do anything against me. Hermes Gasparini or Dave Chaffee. This is what Zaur told me. He was like totally counting them out like they're nothing. I won't live on. No point in beating them 6-0. Easy. But he did say that he needs to beat Hermes 6-0 and not only 6-0. He's sure about that. He wants to beat him 6-0 or 3-0, whatever it is, but he wants to do that convincingly, like in a second flash pin every time. Pradeep wearing Goku's outfit. I nope, Krasi. Mummy karate मार रही है. Pradeep winning Goku's outfit. Jerry starts just as a square as his opponent. He gets twisted up more than anyone. His actual shoulders are square, but his body is contorted. Is that even a thing, brother? David. I wonder if he will regularly practice. Just watch the sixth round, Vitaly Laletin versus Dave Chaffee. Yeah, I know you're talking about Jerry, but there are many rounds where Jerry is like this. These are not square shoulders. I see Dragon Ball Z theme now. It will actually help your channel if people realize you are a decent puller. That I know that. Great point, brother. Great point. Like when you're actually strong, you can do something, your words value more. Like this is the truth. If your knowledge stays the same, like my knowledge is going to stay the same, but if I somehow get strong, my words are getting going to get more value. That's for sure, and that's a benefit, and I know that, and I will be working on that. Are you still getting blocked by Bowen? Will you interview Bowen like you did with Chanshaw? I will. I don't have anything against the guy, but yeah, he has blocked my ass everywhere except for Facebook. I can contact him on Facebook, I think. Is Larry number one ranked arm wrestler in Dubai? Yeah, possibly. No, Khalid Jashel. Khalid Jashel, then Larry, then Maza here. Man, I want someone to humble that guy so bad. Andre J. Kuldaze. Who? Who? Bowen? Where do you rank Chaffee right now and when Kurdecha will pull again? Kurdecha is not pulling. He wanted Morozov, but Morozov is not competing. So if Morozov was competing in January on 21st, then we would have seen Alex Kurdecha versus Artem Morozov, which shows that he is kind of ready. So we will for sure see him in April. And if I know correctly, Morozov already has a match set up. I think, yeah, I think we discussed it, but I don't remember who. Man, I want someone to be humble. Okay, Georgi could win. So coming back to the match, Jerry versus Georgi. The thing is that this muscle is going to get tired, man. How many times can you clean top roll someone like that? Like Gennady was confident. He held Jerry in the center in the first round and he did a few hits and that job done. He put Jerry to the pad. But in the second round, he was looking confident, like in the same way. But there came a moment where Jerry realized that Gennady is fading and the arm started to go that way. And after that, he was kind of gassed out. It was really difficult. And after that, Jerry was on the offensive all the time. So that's one thing, man. Jerry will not get tired. Jerry will not get gassed out. Somehow it looks like Jerry is going to die. He cannot breathe. He's leaning forward. His shirt is tight. He just cannot breathe. It looks like he's going to die. But his endurance on the table, it never fades away. Like the thing that I was talking about. I may not get gassed out cardiovascularly, but my arms gas out. For Jerry, it is opposite. He gets gassed out. His cardiovascular system looks horrible. But his arms, his body, it never gets gassed out. Karate mare di. Okay. Zaur have a bigger wrist than Dennis in recent video they measured. Okay, they did measure. I asked Zaur what is his wrist size, but he didn't. I think he didn't know about that. He said he measured about a year ago and it was 24.5 centimeters. That's what Zaur told me yesterday. Like, what was the measurement in this video? I will genuinely be shocked and impressed if Georgi beats Jerry. Yeah, I think he will top roll him. I'm going with a 3-1 victory. 3-1 victory for Jerry Cadorette. I think Georgi will top roll Jerry. His body is twisted and coiled up, but his shoulder angle from the shoulder to shoulder is square with his opponent. His whole body is in press position, but his shoulders are square. Okay, okay. How does Arif Artem compare to Gennady? Good top roll versus not so strong of a wrist. Maybe Arif can take Gennady's wrist. That is a possibility. But Gennady would still beat him. I would say there is a gap between these two. 24 points. Yeah, 24.5. That's exactly what he told me. 24.5 centimeter now. Hi Pradeep. The sound is fine. Please don't adjust now when you are off streaming. Please experiment with your microphone. The sound should be better considered the size of the mic and your close distance. The sound is fine. So now is it good or I need to do something? From your comment, it looks like I don't need to do anything. Pradeep, do you think the match will be settled by fouls? Because Gennady and Jerry were fouling, but the refs We're not calling them as much. Yes, any match involving Jerry Cadorette, it is going to result in a lot of fouls. There will be a lot of fouls. And just because the referee is going to allow it, if the referees don't allow it, there will be no fouls. I don't believe in that concept that if the referees were strict, that match would have ended on fouls. Maybe, but then it shows that the athlete who is fouling out has clearly accepted his defeat. He knows that he cannot win. That is why he's choosing to foul out instead of getting pinned. And trust me, a lot of athletes do try to do that. Instead of getting pinned and take a L, it kind of hurts the ego. Instead, they would choose to foul out twice. That happens every time. People would not pin themselves. People would not let them get pinned. Instead, they would choose to foul out, and that's the problem there. Sound is fine. Okay, thanks. Sebastian Bardai saying, Pradeep, do you think the match will be settled by fouls? Yes, wait, okay, we'll discuss that. I think this time the refereeing would be a little bit strict. The organizer, Engin Terzi, was not really happy with the refereeing last time. He discussed this many times. So maybe it will be better this time. It will be better. So big super heavyweight match, about 4 minutes left. We will discuss a few other comments, then we will end. Again, the link is in the description. Again, 38 of you. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, then please, you need to subscribe now. Or maybe should I create a new poll just to get a few subscribers here. Have you or are you subscribed? Two? Okay, it is giving me like the keyboard options, like it is autofill option as well. $39 viewers watching, 12 likes. It is fine now. Okay, thanks. Dave Chaffee is the only arm wrestler in top 10 who is doing arm wrestling for the shortest time compared to other top 10. Hermes Gasparini. Hermes Gasparini is newer than Dave Chaffee, I guess, or maybe not. Hermes has been arm wrestling for almost 15 years now. Dave Chaffee also started arm wrestling 2005-6, so similar time. And Vitali is also kind of similar. No, Chaffee is in arm wrestling since 2006, if I remember good. Yeah, about that time. I'm not subscribed. I think you are, brother. Hermes 23.5, 24 after surgery. Okay, wrist size is out 24.5, then it's 23.5. According to East versus West, Prudnik has 19 inches wrist or centimeter. Engin, damn voice next. Okay. Jerry shouting Engin. Dave Chaffee is the only guy. So my final prediction, there are some predictions where I'm not sure what I'm going to say when the match arrives. So I choose to not speak about that. But I think this match, I'm sure I will not change my prediction towards the end. And Pavlo Derbediev is in the house. Hello, brother. Thanks for joining. So, and please mention your prediction as well. 91% have subscribed. Those 9%, please subscribe, guys. A couple of you guys maybe. No, it was inches. Yeah, some Paul Lynn was like 5'7", 125, 30 pounds. It is weird, man. It is weird. Like the person who is doing these stats, he must be a really dumb guy. Like you do not have to be that smart to know what kilos and pounds means. He do not like, just by watching at Paul Lynn, like how dumb you have to be to say that he's not a 135 pounds guy, or to be able to understand that. Like I tried to ask Engin, maybe I didn't. I'll ask him now, but I want to know who is the guy. Yeah, I asked Engin and Engin didn't know about that. So whoever is the guy, we need to find him out and ask him, why are you so dumb, bro? How can you just not see a picture of a man and tell that he's not 135 pounds or 5'7" guy? Maybe with weight we can understand, but still, man, 19 inches wrist. Yeah, clearly this shows that that guy has no IQ. His IQ is gone. Whoever is doing that. How hard could it be to get those stats right? For them, it is almost impossible because they haven't gotten them right once, not even once. Do you remember when Mazurenko measured Levan almost 36 centimeter in wrist? What a scammer. Yeah, Mazurenko is always like you can easily fit a finger in all the measurements, whatever Mazurenko does. But that is intentional to like inflate. These are mistakes. These are more silly. Andres not subscribed, but he's a member. Yeah, without YouTube changed the rule now. Like without being a subscriber, you cannot be a member. Before that, you could have done that, but right now the member button doesn't even show. Yeah, Engin had a discussion with Core Sports about that. Yeah, he has that discussion every time, but sometime, but why again? Always that dumb guy is. Why are you so dumb, bro? In 2022, Vitali was the only arm wrestler who disappointed us the most. How? How disappointed? Like, yeah, he lost in Chechnya and he lost in King of the Table. That's about it. Krasimir lost everything except he won WAF on the right arm when Ongarbai was not competing. Trust me, bro. So thanks, brother. About 31 minutes in, and please subscribe. Please purchase the pay-per-view. Like the video. Thanks. We need to get this live stream to about 1500 views. Thanks. Bye.